reconsidering my life choices.
What do you mean? Is what? How was the class?
I just went through the syllabus that I went through the syllabus.
You're looking for what? The green side?
Yes, with cherries on it.
You want to see the green cherries?
Yeah, but...
You see green cherries?
Yes.
Come, say good morning.
Morning.
Say morning, neighbors. Say morning, neighbors.
Morning, neighbors.
Say hi, neighbors.
Morning.
So let me see if you guys. Layla, come. Are you eating a cherry? Okay, say hi, neighbors.
Hi, neighbors.
This is Leila. If you don't remember them, Leila and Zahra. Yes, they've gone very big. Who is this? Who can tell me who this is? What's your name?
Mine.
What's your name?
Me.
What's your name?
Me.
Your name is me. Eden and Ava. So we're out here picking. That's what you have in your hand, baby. Cherry? Okay, we're eating some cherries. Yes, and we're trying to fill up this bucket. We're not gone very far as yet, but yeah, this is our cherry tree. And from last week, we actually got quite a bit to the point where we have so much in the freezer. They look very wormy, but still eat them. I have a lot in the freezer stored up so I can make juice or give to my parents and Tina parents and all them things when we go back that side. Oh, by the way, this is the young man talking to you today. I know we look like a totally different person, but it is Paul who was talking to you last week with his hair looking very unkempt. That's the word, right? Yeah. So I got a trim. Thank you to the neighbor. I did ask if anybody knows a good barber in Maple, and I got good suggestions. And I went and I tried. Let me know what you think. Rate it out of 10. Tina loves it. Even this beard thing right here, it's kind of going on, right? So generally, thank you to the neighborhood for your response to community, for how you responded to us last week. Hope we can share a lot more going forward. Thank you for the prayers. We never know we're in so many people's prayers. Thank you so much for just being the neighbors you are, and we'll try to share more going forward. So this week, posted something on Instagram and YouTube. It's always humid in Clarendon, so that's why I look so sticky. Very humid. This week, posted something on Instagram and YouTube where I said, okay, what do you want to know? What are your burning questions about the move? We got some very good questions, and so we're going to go through the responses today. So I already started with the first response. The question that we had was, how is everybody adjusting? You know, how is everybody? I don't know what she's saying. What's the matter? What's the matter? You got hit?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, let me see. Where you got hit?
Okay.
Where?
See?
Oh my gosh.
And hurt.
You got hurt?
Yes.
Hush. Edie, you got hurt too? So the children love it here.
Yes.
They love everything, and they're super excited about everything. That's the little ones. Everybody's asking about Hannah as well. How is Hannah handling it and all this? You'll be surprised. Hannah, as I said, home is where the Wi-Fi is, and there's Wi-Fi here. So Hannah loves it. She was never normally an outgoing person, so she was usually at the house when we were in Hellshaw. So she's still in the house, still able to communicate with her friends virtually and so forth. And Tina is also adjusting. Everybody getting used to the place, and that's the general response. We're doing okay. We're slowly embracing our new lifestyle. Let's put it that way.
Hi neighbors, it's been a while since I've seen you guys. Here at Edna Manley College, waiting for Hannah to finish with her Cape Art and Design class. Oh, by the way, did we tell you that she got a 1 in visual arts? She did very, very, very well with her CSEC performance, and so she has advanced, as you heard Paul say in the last video, to 6th form or the 12th grade at Glenmuir High School. So she has switched schools, and they don't offer art at that level at her current school. So she'll be sitting the exams here at Edna Manley College, and so I'm here waiting for her to wrap up class. She should be out any minute now, as a matter of fact.
I'm
Say hi.
reconsidering my life choices.
What do you mean? Is what? How was the class?
I just went through the syllabus that I went through the syllabus on time.
Is what?
It's a lot.
It's a lot?
For 1 year, I have to do all of that. I have to do 6 pieces of work plus a research paper.
6 art pieces?
Yes,
Mhm.
in 1 year plus a research paper. 2 to 3 of those pieces have to be 3D. Have I done 3D work in my life? No, I have not.
3D like sculpting?
Yes.
Or ceramics?
Yes.
Well, today is just day 1. 1 day at a time, sweet Jesus. Right? That's how you're going to be taking it. Right? 1 day with Jesus, 1 day at a time. Not anymore.
So the next question is, are we planning to do any farming? And it's an emphatic yes. We're just trying to clear the land. But even as it is right now, there is enough to get us excited, you know, to eat. So you just saw the cherries. I'm going to show you the plums. This is actually hanging over from our neighbor's house. But you know what is on your side is yours, right? And we brought our plants from Hillshire. For those who following for a long time, you would know about these, even the meringue and all this. Our brought, they've weathered the storm. They're looking much healthier now. I see them trying to put out some new leaves to adapt, because the heat here is not the same as in Portmore. And as I said, even without the farming yet, and you know, tilling the ground and having things planted, we already have quite a bit going on. So these akis probably will be open soon. This is like one of a whole heap of akis and aki trees that we have in the yard. I know this ladder looks shaky, but it gets the job done. I'm going to answer your next question from the roof. So the next question is, why so far? Why we come so far to live? Alright, let me put it this way. What we paid for this house, if we took the same money and tried to buy a house in Portmore where we're coming from, or even Kingston, oh boy. In Kingston we would have gotten like a 2-bedroom apartment that could barely fit our size house properly. In Portmore we would be lucky to get a 3-bedroom apartment. It's a 3-bedroom house, but not a lot of space around. And there's already 7 of us in this family. So we have here the same amount of money that we would have spent there. We took it here, and we got a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom, fixer upper, excuse me, and over an acre and a quarter of land space. That's a bargain. And this rose into another concern that somebody had. What about work and commute for Tina and stuff like that? And for me, everybody knows I work from home, so I've always, wherever the Wi-Fi is, I'm fine. Tina as well works from home, I would say 95% of the times. So there's no need for us to be commuting back and forth and all that, because wherever the Wi-Fi is, which is at home, we work. If we have to go out, we go out, and it's with the highway there now, it's half an hour to Portmore, another 20 minutes into Kingston, and it's not a regular thing, so it works out fine. But what has not worked out fine so far is our search for a new church to settle in. Forgive me for raking, there's always something to do around the house, so let us ride on with it. But we visited 3 different churches in the time that we've been here. The first one that we went to was a nice experience. Actually, we got called out. Somebody saw us, and by the time we saw what was happening, we were being announced in the welcome as, you know, me and my host, Tina and Paul and everybody. And the other 2 churches received us warmly. One church in particular was fully a cappella, no musician, no praise team, which is new to us. But we're still looking for where God wants us to be able to serve and use our talents and our gifts for His people. thank you for watching the video so far. Since you're here, like the video, subscribe if you're new, and share the video with somebody who would be interested in this kind of content. Yes, I'll finish working in the next 3, 2, 1. Alright, new topic. Just take note of this suggestion, right? Never buy a wheelbarrow. It looks pretty, but never buy a wheelbarrow if you're going to be anywhere that's not fully paved. Otherwise, your wheelbarrow, if it has rubber wheels like I thought would have been such a great idea, like real tires, it's gonna be punctured very often. So it looks like nice and plump, but it's flat for the second time, and last time it lasted 1 day. In both instances, it lasted 1 day after being fully pumped for it to be flat. Anyway, I never asked if there was any interesting story about appliances, getting appliances. We didn't do too much shopping. We used what we had from Hillshire. But one thing in particular, we needed a stove, and it's an interesting story how the stove part go. Alright, so we saw the stove on Facebook Marketplace. Tina loved it, and we said we were going to go down to St. Anne, you know, to look on it. We went all the way to St. Anne, going to Mr. Nelson. He brought us to the garage. We looked on the stove. We said, okay, we'll take it. And he was just kind, so he went into the fridge, offered us, I think, some tropical rhythms, and we were just sitting down on the balcony drinking. And he said, you know, your face looks familiar. He was looking at Tina. Then his wife came home shortly after, and she came in and she said, you know, your face looks familiar, again to Tina. But we're there with Ian and Ava, and then like a minute or two later, his wife was like, you have another set of twins? That's my best British accent, by the way. And we're like, yeah, we do. She said, oh, I know you guys from YouTube. She was a neighbor. We bought the stove from a neighbor. Can you believe it's small world? So big up to Sir Nelson. Big up Sir Nelson. And oh no, I don't remember the wife's name, you know. But Tina will remind when she comes home later from off of the road what the wife's name is, and I'll drop it in the comment, the editing right here, if I remember to ask her what her name is. Next question. But really nice people. It's such a small world. Live good with people. Next question. Alright, so the next two questions ask, one of them is, how close are we to amenities, and how is school for the children? Are they settled in school and all that? The first one about amenities, right? Alright, so contrary to what I think most of you believe, we live just outside of Maypen, which is just outside of the main town, the main business area for Clarendon, right? So I know when we were doing our home buying video, how we bought a house with no money, we showed you that we're driving up to Thompson Town, which is way past Moko and in the hills and rain and fog. Remember that video?
A lot of rain.
But that was just to collect the key. The person who had the key is the caretaker. She does not live close to where we are. She lived way up in the hills, and we live further down. Right, Ava?
Yeah.
Her face is covered in yogurt.
Yeah.
What were you eating? Yogurt?
Yes.
So why so messy? So we don't live in Thompson Town, that is way up in the hills. We live just outside of Maypen, and so the amenities are close. We're close to the hospital, close to many of the, we're close to everywhere. All right, so don't think that we're in this remote area with bush and there's no signal. No, we're just outside of Maypen. So we found this gem in the midst of all the hustle and bustle. Which the next question is, Leila and Zahra, how are they doing for school? And Hannah as well. You're doing, don't do that. How are you doing for school, Leila and Zahra? Do you like a new school?
Yes.
You like a new school?
Yes.
You see Leila all smile.
I can.
Show them the teeth that you lose lots of teeth, right?
Papa.
Alright. You like your school, Zahra?
Mommy. Yes. Mommy.
It's great?
No.
Alright.
I don't have an angry teacher anymore.
You don't have an angry teacher anymore? Draw from that what you will. I won't say anything, but they love the new school. They love the teacher. Okay, yes, Auntie's watching. Say hi, tell her hi to Auntie. Say hi, Auntie.
Auntie.
Alright, this is a long answer for this question because they're coming. What was I going to say? Alright, so about school, right? So Leila and Zahra and Hannah, they are going to the best school in the region. Not just the parish, the best school in the region. For Clarendon, for Manchester. Don't come at me, but it's the truth. So thank God for that, they got in and they're doing well. Alright, next question. How long did it take to move? Wow. This is a very short answer. We're still moving. We have not taken all the things that we have or had at Helshaw. They're still there, some of them. We took what we needed, but we still have to make a couple trips. In fact, I'm making a trip later today to get some of the other things. Moving is stressful. It's stressful. It took forever. Packing up, a lot of effort. Big up PJ who helped me with the manual labor. But it is still ongoing. But we have most of what we need here now, and we're working to get the rest of it. Just a couple trips from the car, and we should be okay. The serious question that everybody wants to know about crime.
Police say they have not yet identified the suspects behind last night's shooting in Darlow district in Mocha.
A man who was recently charged for assaulting media workers in Homestead St. Catherine has been killed.
We go to that Clarendon story where the Clarendon police are on high alert to prevent reprisal attacks following the shooting of 6 people.
Alright, the crime part now. I am going to agree with you that Clarendon is in the news a lot. But to be honest, it is no more dangerous than any other part of Jamaica. In fact, when I looked at the statistics before I did the video, Clarendon is not in the top 5 worst for crime for the current year. Where we're coming from, Portmore, St. Catherine is worse, Kingston is worse, St. Andrew is worse, St. James is worse. So there's nowhere in Jamaica right now. I think St. Thomas has the best record for murders, or lack thereof, so far in 2023. But just like where we're coming from, St. Catherine is a hot place to live. The parish, if you looked at the parish, you may say, wow, a lot of murders, but there are pockets of the activity, and you try your best to stay out of it. Where we are now is not a hot spot in Clarendon. It's a pretty safe community. I've heard this from neighbors, I've heard this from police who I'm friends with. And notwithstanding, we still take the necessary precautions, just as if we were living in Portmore or any other place in Jamaica. So it is not something, I know it appears on the news a lot as if it is worse than any other place, but there is no imminent danger, and at the end of the day, we have our lives in God's hand, and He is the one who is controlling and securing our property and our lives. So yeah, that's what bit on security. We feel safe. We do feel safe here. And the final question. Drum roll? No, nobody with a drum roll. Somebody asked this question: what happened to the snake? What happened to the snake? So in the last video, I started the video with a snake that was dangling from my hands, and I was, teasing Tina with it. The snake got a bit of comments, and my friend say I'm afraid now. And somebody said, don't that again. Not everybody can handle watching those clips. But I released him back into wherever. I never killed him. I just drop him back, let him roam. Those snakes don't grow much bigger than that, and they are common in country. When they go St. Thomas, Clarendon, in country they are there. They're not going to grow big and poisonous and all them things, but they're doing their part in soil and the soil development and the ecosystem that is on the ground. So snake is alright. Anywho, enough said. Alright neighbors, so I hope I answered the questions, you know, in a fair way. Until next time, I'm going to be heading now to, well, when Tina comes back, I'm going to be heading to the dressmaker to pick up some other clothes that she has outstanding for me. They aren't a dressmaker unless they delay and they give you the, you know, the run around a couple times. But she's a good dressmaker, so we're going to collect the rest of their school stuff. So, and I might end up in Helshaw to pick up some more things that we'll have at the house. So until next time, I hope you have a great week. We'll catch up soon. Big up from me and my house. Eden crying, them just wake up. So later neighbors. Bye.